All right, guys, so we have some great training coming to you guys from Blue Shield today. Mary is here to teach us a little bit about the online resources that Blue Shield has. How is it that you find out about the plans? How is it that you find out about the doctors? And also find out about the formularies and things like that. And she's going to take us through step by step on how to use their online tools. She's also going to talk a little bit about the the ability to write an online application. I caution you on that. Please make sure you check with the office first before you try and do an online application, because there's a specific way that you have to do it, and there's a specific link that needs to identify you personally. It needs to be created. So don't just jump into the Blue website and start doing an online application, because you will not get paid. Mary, thank you very much for doing this training for us today. And take it away.
All right, thank you. Well, hello everyone. My name is Mary Chang. I'm here representing Blue Shield Medicare products, and I know that some of you have been selling us, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So what I wanted to do today is go over some of our online resources, which you may already know about them and have been using them. So as I go through them, and I know some of you may even have some frustration with our tools, but I wanted to point out certain areas that maybe you've never even looked at before, and hopefully give me some feedback at the end on what else you would like to see and how else we can help you. If we can move to the second slide, your online resource center, after this meeting, Emmanuel has his presentation and he will be able to send it to all of you. So you don't need to write down the links. You will be able to have this presentation, and then you can copy and paste the links in your browser so you can easily pull them up. There are 3 links that I have provided here. The first one is actually through our Producer Connections website. That is our Medicare Broker Resource Center, and in fact, we have a lot of information on that website. You can download all the PDFs, applications in multiple languages, and also we have announcements and producer alerts that in case you don't get to read all the producer alerts that come through email every day, you'll be able to find them in Producer Connection. The only requirement is you need to have a login on Producer Connections in order to access the first link. And the second 2 links are just open to anyone that needs our Medicare product information. You do not need to log in, so this is a public site. Right? So, Emmanuel, we can go to the next page, please. This is a screenshot of what the the Medicare Broker Resource Center, which is the first link that I showed you earlier, offers. So you can see on the left-hand side, it would be for Medicare Supplement, and for the right-hand side, it would be for Medicare Advantage plans and also PDP plans. On the Medicare Supplement side, you see actually we do have a summary of benefits in English, Spanish, Chinese, and Vietnamese. And Medicare Advantage, we also have multiple languages available. Next, please. Now, this is specifically for the Medicare Advantage and PDP sites. So on the right-hand side, you can actually see there are other hyperlinks that you can go to. For example, you can find our consumer site, which this is the one that Emmanuel was talking about, that although we can apply online, but for you specifically, you want to get your link from Emmanuel, from Team Alvarez, because we create special ones for the team so that you can make sure you get credit for all your sales. And then also the certification site, which you are all done with. But anyway, so this site has a lot of helpful information, including clarification on the application screening process and so forth. Next slide, please. So quickly at a glance, on Medicare Broker Resource Center, we have the following PDFs available: the summary benefits and the benefit overviews, which is not the sales kits, but you have all these PDFs available online. We have the formularies, we have the enrollments, Medicare rating information, and also the optional supplemental dental slider. So anything that you would see in a sales kit, you will be able to download from our website. And the next page is for our PDP resources. We do have summary of benefits, the formularies, pharmacy directory, also automatic payment form, enrollment form, and tips for submitting applications. On the tips for submitting applications, really the key there is, make sure everything is legible, and also make sure you submit it within 24 hours of your signature date. Make sure you get that to Team Alvarez as soon as possible so that they can get the application to us. Next page is for Medicare Supplement. And Medicare Supplement, again, anything you see in the sales kit will be available online. In addition, we also have the transfer applications, which is for existing Medicare Supplement members that may want to change, for example, from a Plan F to a high deductible Plan F, for instance. You want to use the transfer application, and also the replacement form. Replacement form, actually, I don't believe it's actually in the sales kit, but it's something that's necessary for someone switching from a different carrier to us. Which, by the way, in case you didn't know, we do have open enrollment, which we're bypassing the birthday rule. So if you have clients on another carrier who may not offer silver sneakers, for example, we do for free. You can transfer them over, guarantee issue. Next page, please. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is the public site, meaning it does not require login credentials. We do have, this is our Medicare eligible health plans site. So it's for brokers and also for consumers. You have a tab for Medicare Supplement. The tab that you're looking at is our Medicare Advantage Plan tab. And I'll show you what type of resources we have available on this site. We have, I guess that page is there. I'm sorry. You could keep this slide here, Emmanuel, but I just want to let everybody know for real quickly. EOCs, formularies, directories, things that you can get off the producer website, you can get them here as well. It's just that you don't need to get the password. And also the annual, the ANOCs, the annual changes in notice, you can get that from this site as well. So I encourage you later after this meeting just to go on a site and kind of explore yourself. We also do have a formulary finder, which is a very helpful tool. It's interactive. You enter the drugs, and then we will pull up the formulary and tell you which tier the drug is in. So it helps you when you're locating or trying to find the best plan for your client. The page that we're looking at right now is our URLs for final providers. Now, the only thing I want to say about the final provider is this beginning of this year, as you all may be aware, we went through a big database migration last year. So we moved from one legacy system to a brand new, more sophisticated system. But what that did also is required us to change all of our provider ID numbers. So we ran into some cases where you might be pulling up a provider from a directory or from the online provider search, and the ID number may not be the same as what we have in the system, which these are all being updated as we speak. So the provider search function still works the same way. It's just the provider ID number, there might look a little bit different. And as we progress in making our changes and updates, it would be much more organized going forward. So what you see here on this page are the links to the different products for provider search. If we can go to the next page, please, Emmanuel. Now, if you've used our Find a Provider function before, you know that there is a functionality on the top that asks you for the plan. Now, that's very important. If you don't put in Blue Shield 65 Plus, and if you don't put in choice, for instance, because this is for specifically choice members, you might get a lot more providers on your search, but they may not be in the provider directory for that particular plan. Meaning, we have thousands and thousands of providers we're contracted with, but not everybody accepts Blue Shield 65 Plus, or not even Choice plan. Choice is, as you know, a very selected special plan. So you want to make sure that you do put in specific plan. And so what the links prior to this page were specifically already for Blue Shield 65 Plus or Blue Shield 65 Plus Choice. So, for example, if you sell a lot of Choice plan, you might want to just save the Choice plan address in your browser so you can quickly pull it up, but you don't have to enter the plan in the general provider search page. Okay, but make sure you do that, and that's the one area I wanted to specify and address. Our next page, please. And like I said, this is the Choice plan product-specific URL, which, like I said, just copy and paste the links to your browser, and you can pull up anytime you want. Next, please. Next page. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. We had a link that I provided to you earlier. It's a combined product link. So you need to check the PCP accepted plans, because when you search through this link, you will find all MAPD providers. Okay. Then you want to make sure you look to see number 4, for example, on the bottom where it says, I think this is Smith, Joe Smith. Make sure that you verify if they accept 65 plus or the choice plan. Okay, next page, please. And so we have kind of expanded this particular provider we were looking at, Joe Smith. And you see that the provider accepts Blue Shield 65 Plus, but does not accept Blue Shield 65 Plus Choice. Okay, so that's how you would be able to identify if that provider would be good for your client or not. And on the application form, I just want to remind everyone to make sure you do put down the provider's name, the IPA they're affiliated with, and then their ID number, provider ID number with that particular IPA. Next, please. Oh, this is the EOCs and directories from the earlier page. This slide is out of order. I apologize for that. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this is where you'll be able to get the EOC, the summary of benefits, and also the annual notice of changes for all of our MAPD plans. Next, please. Emmanuel, if you can go to the next page, please. Okay, online enrollments. This is a new thing that I wanted to introduce to you and your team. I know that many brokers came up to us before and said, what do you offer online enrollment? Sometimes it's easier instead of paper. And I know a lot of people are carrying iPads and so forth when they go to the enrollment meetings. So we do have the functionality, but as we mentioned at the beginning, you need to let Emmanuel know, you need to let the agency know that you're interested in the link, because we create a special one for you. So it's unique to you and the agency. It will include your NPN on it, so we will never have the issue of any confusion about whether or not you're certified and which agency you belong to. And so this is kind of a quick glance of what you can do. Every application that you submit, you can send this link to your client and let them fill it out themselves, or if you're sitting with them, you can fill it out together along with them. And it would actually be much simpler and quicker than the actual paper application, in my opinion, because you won't have the opportunity to miss any fields because you need to complete all the pertinent fields before you can move on to the next page. So it's something that I highly encourage, and definitely if you're comfortable with the internet and doing online applications, this is the way to go. And so after this meeting, perhaps if you're interested, you could email Emmanuel and let them. This is actually available for all formats. We don't have a app yet, but we are working on an app for just iPhone and iPad. But at the moment, you need to use this through a browser. So that would be for any browser. It is compatible. Next page. The last thing I want to mention is our bonus program. We have a bonus program right now for Medicare supplement sales, also for Medicare Advantage sales. Now, this promotion or the bonus program is for any sales submitted between February 1st to April 30th of this year. For the Medicare supplement sales, you would need to sell 5 applications, and then between a certain number, you'll get the bonus for that. For Medicare Advantage, what you do is we will give you a mileage reimbursement for any sales that use basically 5 and up. So once you sell 5 applications, we just need to know the names of the 5 enrollments you submitted, then we will reimburse you $20 for each new sale. You can do this through also Team Alvarez, just providing the information. It's similar to our AHIP reimbursement. I don't know if you are familiar with that. AHIP reimbursement is the same way. As if once you sold 5 MAPD cases, anytime throughout a year, we will reimburse you $100 for your AHIP test. But the mileage reimbursement program, as well as the Medicare Supplement Bonus Program, is only good for February through April. So I want to take advantage of that as much as you can. Any questions right now? I know I went through this pretty quickly, but this is actually pretty simple. And with the links, you can go online and play with it, and you discover new things, things that you may not have known that we offered. I'm open for questions right now. If you have anything specific you would like to ask me.
No.
All right, guys. So in order to keep the feedback down, for questions, go ahead and go into the chat box and use the chat box option to write in your question. All right, guys. So viewer 18, she mentioned that it's on all formats already. Okay, Mary, looks like we don't have any questions at this time.
Okay, sounds good. My contact information is at the beginning of the presentation, so feel free to give me a call or email me anytime if I could be of any assistance.
Okay, guys. Mary, thank you very much for the training. Thank you very much for the training that you gave us today. Thank you for your time, Mary. If you have any questions, guys, feel free. I'm going to blast this PowerPoint presentation out to everybody. Feel free to reach out to Mary. Remember, if you want to utilize the online enrollment feature for Blue Shield, make sure you contact the office and we'll set it up for you. It needs to be a custom link that comes from the office. Do not go into the regular Blue Shield portal and use the portal, the online enrollment portal that shows up in the front desk. You will not get
right. Right, don't do that. Only because it's not linked correctly, then it might just become an orphan house account. So make sure you go through Gmail risk.
All right, Mary, thank you very much for your time.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.